Thank you for the opportunity to deliver the opening address via video. The business and property sectors are key drivers of Australia's economy and jobs growth. Buildings also account for an estimated 50% of electricity used in Australia and almost a quarter of our emissions. And we know there's enormous value and savings in business measuring and managing their energy and emissions at least cost. Establishing a culture of measuring building performance is key to identifying energy cost savings and emissions reduction opportunities. Australia has much to be proud of when it comes to measuring our building performance. Our investment in energy efficient technology, policies and programs has reduced energy use and emissions in Australia by 10%. NABERS in particular has been highly effective, achieving $870 million in savings and delivering ratings in over 6,000 commercial buildings across Australia. And the Commercial Building Disclosure Program has had a big impact in the office sector, saving businesses $150 million in bills and reducing emissions by 860,000 tonnes since 2010. These initiatives are supporting Australia to meet our international obligations and drive technology innovation. We can make further gains by investing in energy efficient technology. Technology is at the forefront of the government's energy agenda, and as many of you are well aware, we released the Technology Investment Roadmap discussion paper in May. I acknowledge the contributions so many of you have made through the workshops and webinars and through your written submissions to the roadmap. The government's also taking a technology not taxes approach to reducing emissions. As we recover from the COVID-19 pandemic, the government will back new and emerging technologies that will support jobs, strengthen our economy and reduce emissions. Technology not taxes means reducing emissions without imposing new costs on households, businesses or the economy. We see enormous potential in new and emerging technologies like hydrogen, carbon capture and storage, soil carbon sequestration and biofuels. Now, when it comes to technically and commercially proven technologies, we'll seek to incentivise voluntary emissions reductions through a broad scale or on a broad scale through the $2 billion Climate Solutions Fund. We'll also look to support consumer choice and the functioning of markets through information sharing and voluntary standards. What we won't do is look to force deployment through mandatory technology targets, which are really just another form of carbon pricing. This would be inconsistent with our technology not taxes agenda. The roadmap has identified a wide range of technologies that are central to delivering more efficient commercial and residential buildings in both the short and longer term. These technologies will all play a role in driving the transformation required under the trajectory for low energy buildings, for example. There are many technologies that will help us get there. They include better control systems. These will ensure that building managers can monitor and address climate-related heating and cooling impacts, as well as making sure the inhabitants of the building are comfortable at lower cost. Heat pump technology is another cross-sector technology that can be used for industrial-scale reverse cycle chillers, as well as domestic cooling systems. Similarly, future-facing technologies such as phase change materials and passive radiant cooling will be used more as market readiness increases. Now, times are tough at the moment, particularly in the building sector, and we're listening to industry, reducing costs and bolstering construction jobs. Through NABERS, my department has waived key fees for assessors and some sectors that were considering not re-rating due to the slowdown. For accredited assessors, fees are being waived for 12 months. NABERS rating lodgement fees from the 1st of July 2020 to the 30th of June 2021 have also been waived for sectors where voluntary ratings are heavily affected. This will provide much needed relief and support for NABERS community or the NABERS community to continue its work in transitioning Australia's built environment to a strong sustainable future. Initiatives like the Home Builder program will also give many companies a flow of work when it's really needed. We're currently working through the submissions received in response to the roadmap. These will help inform Australia's first low emissions technology statement, which we'll release in the coming months. The roadmap and statement will be the cornerstones of the long-term emissions reduction strategy. Australia's actions to improve the energy efficiency of commercial and residential buildings, driven by technology improvements, will be an important element in the overall strategy. Energy efficiency just makes good business sense. It delivers a positive return on investment for anyone who takes up the opportunities it offers. It's vital for securing a prosperous economic and sustainable future. I look forward to continuing to work with the NABERS community to improve the measurement and management of building performance. I hope you have a great day.